Hello YouTube, this is Majestic Corgi, going to be doing a ladder review today. Um, let's, oh yeah, I was ranked 661, my opponent was ranked number 638, so I'm the one who actually hosted this, and I have actually played this guy once before, and let's see how this game progressed. Uh, my opponent wanted to start here, so instead of starting in this normal position, I actually went right here because what I was assuming is if I say go here, my opponent would go here, and this is a good shape for black to have. Because say if I go right here or right here, let's say right here, my opponent could still go here, and that would be a really great move for him. Or he could even go here or here. He could have really good starting. So I went here to try to eliminate his potential of this move. I mean, it could still happen, but he decided to go here instead. And I wanted to try this new opening of having the star point and then the 3-5 point. My opponent actually went here first, which um, I believe this would have been a lot easier to gain more points. But let's if my opponent wanted to go with the normal Joseki, it would not have been here. It would have been here, going like this, and this would have been the normal Joseki style. But what my opponent actually did was move here, and then this was actually a big mistake because at that point he left this really defenseless, and I mean I probably should not have done this, but I don't know. Actually, I kind of thinking about it, it probably was a good move, but I went here. But I'm not sure if it was really the best move to play at the time. But then at this point, this group was basically dead. My opponent would have to go here, and it like it would still be dead. But so at this point, it was completely dead. But my opponent going here was kind of weird, but I didn't want to chance losing this, so I just decided to take this and just make it all mine. But my opponent going here was really slow. I'm not really sure what this move actually did, besides kind of not let me go through this way, but I still had all this potential, and he had all of this. So I decided to go right over here, which was the biggest space. And what happened in this was my opponent was able to actually get this corner. I was able to have this, and at that point I believe I was ahead. And then same thing was going on with this, and at this point it's pretty much that group died. And this not really sure exactly what he was trying to do, because I still had all of this influence and being able to come out, but I wanted to cut this stone away, and then for what he was trying to do, it was first off on the four out point isn't as strong as maybe right in here, and then this is way too far. I can totally just split these groups apart. He'll try to save one, and then I can just harass the other side. But at that point, he should probably try to save this by coming in here. And because of that, I mean, he could have even probably gone here. And he could have had an escape route. But going here, I just needed to go here, kind of a thing. And now this stone is just, this entire group is just on its own. It can't escape any farther. And then these have no life yet. This has only this area of space for himself, and that won't win games. And because I had to go here last, he would have had Sente somewhere. But at that point, I was controlling the board a lot already. But let's keep going. At this point, I just wanted to harass this, and also because of what was going on, like how it was going on, I was able to also obtain more of this middle influence, which was great for me. And then still my opponent allowed me to have more of an in, but at that point he was trying to break in with no real threat, in my opinion. And it was just how it was going. I was letting my opponent gain some stuff, but I felt like I was gaining more because this was huge, and again, my opponent only has this. Some of this definitely, he probably has life here, but again, this is not even alive. And again, I'm just allowing my opponent to gain some. This was way too overextended. I could see maybe here, or even going here to go here maybe. But I mean, even that's kind of bad. I could see maybe going here, gaining more of this territory, while black still has this area to come on out, so white can't break in more. But this is what he did, and then at that point I was just able to break into his area, protect this space, and protect these 3 stones with having this connection, and still having all of this for myself. I forgot to present this when it happened, but I'm not really sure exactly why I put a stone right here instead of here. I think I felt safer because this would have been a lonely stone. But so that's the only thing I can think of, but I'm not exactly really sure of why I did that. Maybe one of you guys can give me more feedback on why this was better than if I would have possibly played right here. Like maybe this would have wasted a move, like a move for me, but I'm not sure. But then my opponent was going here, and at this point I was kind of afraid that he was gonna surround this area enough where I can't get 2 eyes, though I could have possibly moved like here, and then not gained any eye space and still would have had to go over here. So I'm just like, why not just go over here in the beginning? and my opponent was trying to break out instead of attacking this group, which maybe it was a mistake, but by not letting me, because he could have gained more liberty, and also lessen my liberty count. But so I think that was a mistake moving here. And then at this point, all I was doing was just like keeping this nice and tight, and then being able to just control all of this and be able to kill this group. And at this point, he was probably trying to find any way to harass me, but while doing this, he was not really giving himself more influence. He was weakening himself, I believe, even more by just helping me have a stronger connection. And then over here, I was still just trying to harass this and try to enclose this so he gains even less, so I can have all of this and all of this, which is way too big for just, even if I let him have all of this at this point and all of this, and even just let this live for black, he would not have had any chance of being able to win, because my territory count was way too big. But over here, he was just like trying to harass me, which good, but I believe this might have been a mistake. He should have just tried maybe connecting, like right here, to let this group live and possibly do something over here. Not sure if it would have been able to work with a variation. I don't really want to look at a variation right now, but my opponent doing this, just giving me even more points, and then all he was just doing was giving me more points, and I didn't go here because I didn't want to like kind of chance it. I just wanted to just get rid of this, because who knows if he could have possibly done anything over here at a later time. But at this point, I was just slowing him down, and at this point, he just completely resigned. As you see, he resigned, and let's just do an estimate. That's not even counting me having this, him having this, or him having possibly even more of this. But as you see, all of that is definitely mine. Most likely all of this is mine, because at this point I just need to harass him enough. But I was already winning by over 100 points, which I doubt he would be able to come back from that. I probably couldn't even come back from that if I switched stoned with him at this point of the game. But this was a really interesting game, actually. After actually finishing this game, I looked at my previous game with him, and it seemed like he was actually able to get more stuff last time, but this time he just wanted to like work on trying to gain the corners first, which was allowing me to have that inner influence, which I thought was so much more important. I always think that's more important. I mean, not gaining the middle influence, but like not worrying about trying to get points early on, but try to get like influence early on. yeah, I'm sorry if I'm not making complete sense, but yeah, I don't want to try to get just some points quickly, like he was doing over here and here, but trying to get influence for the middle and late, like mainly the middle game, and also like finishing off with the late game, because just this by itself was probably really big, and this could have possibly just won me the game if I went really easy and allowed him to have some of this area for himself. But that's not how it was able to work out. Uh, but I would love to see you guys, like, if you guys seen any variations while watching this. I would love to get some feedback from you guys. I always love feedback from my audience, so I can try to grow better and possibly even help my like everyone else be able to grow as a Baduk player. Um, and if you guys want to try to play a game with me, all I play is OGS right now, and you can message me through Skype. Right, sorry, you can message me through here, through Facebook, through Twitter, and we can try to make plans. And if you guys want me to do a review of one of your games, I'm a college student right now, so I'm and also trying to work. But like I would love to try to review your game and help you out with that. But it might take me a little time to be able to review it. But I'm definitely willing to review any of you guys' games and try to help you guys with that. But I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time.